We are live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We'll see if this, we'll see if we're actually live,
I don't
right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yep, I see us.
Do you see us on, where do you see us at?
On our page?
On the KM Health Coaching?
Page, yes.
Oh, good. Oh, looky there. There we are. All right. I'm going to share this to my personal page.
Oh, and I'm on my other page too. Look at that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
So I could also add another group. Oh gosh, this is just wonderful. All right. So KM Health Coaching is now live.
I'm only on one of them though.
Did you add two?
I tried to.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. We are so excited to be here this morning. So yesterday I missed you, Coach. I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was driving home from the pharmacy. That's what I was doing. Tell me what you did yesterday, because I didn't see it. I just saw people starting to like message you. I saw that you were live. I saw like all the things, but I didn't know what you talked about. What did you talk about?
Well, I talked about the top 3 things for why, not top 3 things, my top 3 things of why one size doesn't fit all.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
I talked about how we are all different with mental triggers, addictions, all that sort. And then I talked about the foundational things of it is important to have a foundation. That's why we teach the foundations to keto. And then I talked about being able to add the tools such as fasting on top of our foundation.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is just, you can't get any more truth than that. A lot of times people come to us and they're like, just tell me what to eat. Just tell me my macros. Tell me what to eat. And, and I'll do it. And it just doesn't work that way, because we have all the tools. We know exactly, but if your goals are different, so here's something that's going to probably shock you, Coach. And by the way, let me just rewind a little bit and give a reasoning why we're here, because we are literally in a test where we just got some new software that is going to allow us. So we had some frustrations, and keep what I said in your head about the program that people choose. Okay. Yeah. Keep that in your mind. But I want to give a little bit of background of why we're here today and not on Tuesday. We're supposed to be here yesterday. And we've been struggling with the whole streaming bit. We are health coaches. We can help you drop the weight. We can help you do all that. But the thing that we struggle with a lot is, oh my gosh, how do we get that information out to you?
Yeah.
So we've been really good at focusing in on one platform at a time. And we've got our Facebook folks that, look for us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then we had the whole deal with Mark Zuckerberg and hiding our stuff. And we're like, well, should we go to YouTube? And so we went to YouTube, and that was just so sporadic with the audience that we're just like, half of our people are missing. So we are trying, this is a complete beta test. We are trying to find that right streaming service that we can get to all of our platforms. So if you want to help us out this morning, could you drop in the comments where you're watching from? That would really, really help us in kind of as we fine tune our program and bring the content to you every week, how to do it best, because we want to reach you. So in order to do that, let's do this. We have a question scrolling at the bottom. It says, what is your number one struggle in losing weight? I want you to drop that in the comments. And I want you, and even if you're watching on replay, and then say where you're watching from. Okay. That'll really, really help us, because then we're going to figure out, oh, this is really cool. So this tells me on my my, what do you call that thing? You know, where the streaming controls, it tells us where people are watching from. So that's really cool. Awesome. So tell us, what is your number one struggle in losing weight? Now back to what we were talking about earlier, Darce.
Yes.
Which was what?
Well, we talked about a lot of things thus far.
Yeah, we have. It's because people say, okay, you're keto coaches, right? Well, I don't really care for keto so much, you know, I just want to lose weight. And so and then they say, okay, when they come to us, we find out that losing weight is secondary. What they really need to do is reverse their type 2 diabetes. That gives us a whole different treatment plan. Yeah. So if you come to us and say, my goal is to lose weight, calorie deficit, it's a calorie deficit. We are macro coaches. We can help you through that, right? Yes. But the problem is when you come to us and say, well, the other reason why I'm here is because I want to reverse my type 2 diabetes. Well, there are certain weight loss programs that don't work for that. Intuitive eating does not work for that because my intuition would lead me to Dairy Queen. Where would your intuition take you, Coach?
Oh, my intuition would probably take me to, I don't know even anymore. Like somewhere with a bunch of fried food.
Oh,
I miss a good old fried French fry that was tasty. But yeah, that's kind of, or the candy shop.
Oh yeah, candy shop. And I am not going down the chocolate aisle for the candy shop. Chocolate aisle is not for me. I'm headed down the gummy bear aisle.
Me too.
The Twizzler aisle. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, intuition doesn't work.
Right.
It could possibly work for some people, but if you're dealing with a food addiction, right, that's not going to work. Right? There's no moderation for an addict. If you're wanting to reverse type 2 diabetes, these weight loss programs, although you'll lose weight, don't work because it all has to boil down to intuition. Why in the world are we laughing?
Because Winston, I can't concentrate.
Okay, so if we put a pause, so right before this live, I go over, you saw me do it. I went over, I put it in the page.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
I forgot to shut the door, so the dumb bird is right back out looking at me, wanting to participate. So if you hold, I will take care of it.
He needs to have snuggles. I'm trying really hard. That must be my ADD or something because I was trying really hard to focus and you did a professional job. There he goes.
All right. So,
but it also, he was wanting to talk when you're talking. Like it wasn't this beforehand. He was not doing that until we went live.
I know. He knows he has these feelings. And so the only way to shut him up is for him to join the live. So sorry about that. Do you remember what we were talking about?
We were talking about intuition.
Yeah. So intuition doesn't work. And if you want to reverse type 2 diabetes, the whole intuitive eating, the whole sometimes even paleo doesn't work for that because of the sugar spikes, because of wanting to lower that A1C. So basically, when you come into our program, we need to do an assessment with you first. We need to know, what are your goals? Okay, your goals are to lose weight. Check, right? We know how to do that. We're going to give you macros because we're macro coaches. All right, so when it comes down to it, you say, okay, well, Monica, not only do I want to lose weight, but my doctor just wanted to put me on blood pressure medication. Okay, well, that narrows your path down just a little bit. Well, I want to lower my A1C. I want to get off my diabetes medication with the help of my doctor. What do? Well, we're going to take you down the low carb aisle because the low carb aisle is what is going to reverse your type 2 diabetes, right? Yep. So there are so many different paths, and that's why you can't just come and say, okay, I want to sign up for your program and I want to do this. We got to know more about your goals. We got to know why, because we can take you down any path. Now, we're going to recommend the path that worked for us. I lost 120 pounds. Coach Darcy lost 70. Notice I took the 5 off of there.
I know. I'm proud.
Did you notice that? Yeah. And so we're going to wholeheartedly recommend our program because our program is encapsulating on all of those goals, all of them, right? Diabetes, weight loss, What are some more? PCOS. You want to reverse PCOS? We're going to take you down that path, right?
Clarity.
Mental clarity. I want to think better. Here's the thing, Darce. So mental clarity. Let's tease that out a little bit. Right. So mental clarity. What is the number one thing that you have to remove from your lifestyle in order to have the mental clarity? What is that?
Would it be sugar or oils?
Sugar. Inflammatory oils. Those are the things that are going to improve your mental clarity. So we're not going to just give you weight loss macros when you want to be clear, when you want to stop hurting, when you want your joints to stop hurting. What's the number one ingredient that causes inflammation?
Oil
and sugar. Those are like the evil stepsisters.
Yes.
Really, truly.
Yeah.
So can you lose weight on a calorie deficit? 100%. But you're not going to fix the mental clarity. You're not going to fix the help me out, Darce. The
PCOS.
Right. Yes. Diabetes. You're not going to reverse those things. So it's really, really important for you to understand and know what your goals are and tease your goals out just a little bit more than I just want to lose weight. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of empathy. Your story always gets to me about the laser. I have a lot of empathy for people who are overweight and struggling daily with obesity and want to be so desperate. Tell a story about your mirror and bathroom experience.
I mean, it was one of those moments where I walked in, saw myself. It was obviously in the nude because I was just gotten done with my shower and getting dressed. And I'm like, if only I could just basically start over and just laser this fat off and to have that perfect size that I used to be, everything would be okay.
Yeah.
I would be happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. And that's what the heartbeat of our clientele who come to us so discouraged and so frustrated. They want just to laser that body fat off. They want to take a magic wand and just have it disappear. So that's the number one reason why people come to us. But then as we dig down and we're doing our onboarding call with them, we're realizing, there's so much more to this. And that's going to map out your plan. Yeah. You see, keto has a really bad rap these days because of the media.
Yeah.
Fake news. I'm sorry, not sorry about that. It has a bad rap because people think it's a restrictive diet.
Yeah.
Right. But if you want to be healthy, you do have to change your foundation. You have to change your foundation of why you're doing it, what your goals are. You can't reverse type 2 diabetes without the help of medication or with the help of medication. Take the medication out of it. You can't reverse it without cutting your sugar.
Yeah.
You just can't. Right. There's no moderation in an addiction situation. You can't eat your way into healing from food addiction. There's no moderation for a food addict. And so until you get real with yourself about your goals, and you want your goals so much more than you want, to breathe, that's where you're stuck. And that's where the health coaches are all fighting with each other on the internet. If you've seen TikTok, my gosh, it's like a battlefield over there about who's doing it right. Well, there is no right or wrong way when you have your goals.
Right.
There is a right or wrong way when you have your goals. I'm sorry.
I was also talking about yesterday where your newsfeed is so full. Well, at least my newsfeed is full of the one thing that's going to fix it all. The one thing, and it's a certain type of food. That's where those fads get in, like the cabbage soup or the lemon or things like that. But I'm saying, like, it's not just one thing. Had I been taught had I not been taught the standard American diet way of eating and been taught about, not only moderation, but the healthy, good things in life, I probably would be looking at things a little bit differently.
So true.
Instead, I was masking my emotions with food. I was masking that, or I was feeding that trigger, that thing, that Band-Aid that's going to just, fix me for that one moment. Binge eat the sugar and then I'm fine. And then the next thing you feel terrible about yourself.
Right.
Had
Right.
I love the way, because I came on here because of you. Like I came on board because of you. Like I tried the things. I did the
Mhm.
I'm just gonna cut sugars and carbs, and then I'll have those cheat days in there.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna restrict having time with my friends when they go out.
Right.
But
Right.
that was a lot of times. Like that one time, that one cheat date turned into, I have a lot of friend time. I have a lot of events that I'm going to. And that just kind of gave me the excuse to, start to eat the foods, and I fed it all back in. Like it
Mhm.
started all back over. So I was in the cycle of well, I'm gonna restrict, I'm gonna do
Mhm.
this, and you're punishing yourself in the
Mhm.
meantime.
Yeah.
You have that cheat day because, oh, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
brought me on board, it was like I had this freedom. Like after learning that foundation, I had this freedom of knowing
Mhm.
that I can eat this delightful food and this balance of God-given grown food,
Mhm.
and I'm not worried about gaining weight, or I'm not giving myself guilt trips. I'm not punishing myself because I ate one too many of, a
Mhm.
bigger steak than normal. I'm
Yeah.
not punishing myself anymore. So not only am I healthier on in the inside with my body, but I'm
Mhm.
also healthier in the mind side of things because I'm not punishing myself. I'm not
Right.
feeling guilt.
Right.
So
So true. It is so true. Yeah. I love when our clients get that click in their mind of, okay, this thing is a journey. It is not a sprint. The ones that sprint to the finish will end up reversing and gaining double back the weight that they lost. It's proven. It's absolutely proven. And it's also proven with these new weight loss fad shots that are out there. Number one, did you read that? Did you
yeah,
see that video I posted?
I did.
Oh my gosh. Like these weight loss drugs are hurting people. I looked a little bit I looked a little bit distracted there because we're learning this new software, guys, and so I'm finding new things, and I just found how to edit the title so you all know what we're talking about. Pretty cool stuff. I really am liking this, and this may have been a good investment. But back to the weight loss shots, I did not realize how bad. Now we knew, obviously, I don't care where you fall on the whole pharma side. You know where I fall. It's not a hidden thing, and my clients love me for it, or maybe they love me to shut up about it. I don't know, but I have a distrust for big pharma. Big pharma has not worked. Big pharma, the modern day doctors know, and they're completely tied to big pharma. You know how I feel about that. So when a drug comes out, I have a little bit of trust issues with it. I'm using my quotes a lot today. But I have trust issues with it, and so the weight loss drugs come out as addiction coaches, as holistic weight loss coaches, and as a thriving practice who has thousands of pounds of experience, have a little bit of trust issues. We know that fast weight loss, don't get me started on Optavia and the abuse that has for people. So we're automatically leaning towards, okay, show me the proof. Well, the weight loss drugs came out and the little shots came out where you just give yourself a shot. Let me tell you, honey, it doesn't work long term unless you want to be addicted to this for the rest of your life and be dependent on this for the rest of your life. It doesn't work. So that's problem one. But the video I posted yesterday from a national news source, not Fox News or not, don't put it in a little category there. This was a massive, was it CNN? Like
No, it was CBS, I think.
CBS. Like this is not your far right or even far left. It was just news talking about the Mounjaro and the Ozempic causing stomach paralyzation with violent vomiting for the rest of your life because you've paralyzed your stomach. What the heck, folks? Just eat a steak. That's how we lost 120 pounds. We ate steak and butter, and our lipid panel is now perfect, right?
Yeah.
I noticed in the background of my, I noticed squirrels a lot, and it's my downfall. But I noticed that you can see my big 50-pound bag of dog food and the dog feeding station. Can you see that behind me?
I see it now because you pointed it out.
So I just would have had to move this over just a little
Like that.
bit, and it's still
There it is.
there. I want to know. So, what is your number one struggle in losing weight? I want you to drop it in the comments. What is your number one struggle in losing weight? We are not sure how to check that, but I think once we go to our pages, I think we can answer them live. I'd like to tease that out a little bit. Oh, so what do you think about this software, Darce?
I like it so far. I'm gonna see. I'm typing. I'm typing in the comments so you can see it.
Oh, where were the comments? Is there a chat section?
Let's see.
Okay. Join us live today.
Oh, I said trolley treats.
Oh my, too much.
Hold on.
Trolley treats.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh. So like we can turn on the chat and we can see where people are commenting from. That is totally cool.
Maybe you can.
Do you have a dashboard that you're looking at? I don't know what you're seeing. Oh, you're on your phone.
I can see it, but I have to be awkward about this and touch my phone.
No, guys, this is totally, you just got a hint of what our passion is today. This was totally just a trial because I have 7 days to cancel the subscription and save myself a lot of money if we don't like it. So can't post messages to some channels, learn more. Okay. Invite your audience to connect. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's really cool. Coach Darcy. I just found, watch this. Would you watch this? Hold on a minute. There we go.
It's keto trolley treats. I didn't say keto trolley treats.
Is that what you said?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's the greatest thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Show, hide. Okay. Hide. Okay, you guys, this is totally amazing. This is join us live today. Oh, this is totally cool. I love this. We are looking for tools to help you because we are passionate about what we do. We love sitting with clients. By the way, if you are struggling, just know you're not alone. You know, chat overlay.
Ooh.
Oh, looky there.
Now I can see the comments.
All right. That is so
trolley treats.
Is that one that you wrote?
No, I kept editing it, but that's,
That's amazing.
You might be eating keto treats in a trolley. I don't know.
I don't know. What did you actually write?
I was trying to say too much keto treats. That's my downfall because
that's what it was.
As a coach, you find yourself, trying to find, for me at least, find fun things for our clients to consume. But then when we find them, then we have many of them. Right. Let me give you an example. And this is I'm going to call Mark out because Mark's not here and he can't.
He's not here. He can't. Yeah, he can't defend himself.
So, we, in the keto world, we think about, the 80-20, right? 80% on point, 20% real life keto.
Right.
And when we say real life keto, that means like if you're out at a ballpark, what are you going to do when you're at a ballpark? You're going to not necessarily eat the nachos that you normally have. You're going to do probably a hamburger, maybe with some nacho sauce on it because it's kind of cheese. But because of that kind of cheese, it's still you might feel inflamed afterward, but it's not going to cause you problems, I don't believe. But the point is we found a certain type of chip. I'm not going to even name what the chip is because then
we'll have everybody and we will have struggles with our clients.
So we found a certain kind of chip and we got it at a certain place that we can get it in a bigger bag.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention that place either.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Know where I'm going.
I know. I totally get it.
My spouse has said out of his mouth, he's like, I could eat this whole bag.
Uh-huh.
setting. They're that good. And I find myself having a hard time not eating them.
Yep.
Now, they are very high in carbs, this chip, because it's made with a certain ingredient that's higher in carbs.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there eating it like he would normally eat. Now, is that a choice than having corn chips or something of that sort?
Yes. Right.
Absolutely.
Better the best.
Better, yes. But too many of those can not only cause you to, gain in the keto world, the carb intake there, also could cause you some inflammation or a problem in the bathroom.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's just like a sample of what,
yes,
when you get that keto treat, especially like with Rebel ice cream, like that's another one. That's not the best ingredients. Every once in a while, it's going to be okay. Yeah. But moderation, those things can be fine.
You can trade one addiction for another.
Exactly.
If you don't deal with the root, if you're brave and you deal with the root and you understand that you can bring those yummy things into your life and that there's a space for them, you're good to go. But the problem is so many times we are like, well, I traded my food addiction for a shoe addiction. You go up to my closet, it's called being a dry drunk. That's a real thing. It's an absolute real thing. So thank you for being a part of our test. We're going to do this again. With this software, we may do this more. I have no problem going live, maybe in the evening sometime. I have no problem doing this. Our struggle was, where's our audience? And our audience was everywhere. It's sprinkled everywhere. So this software that we have will enable us to kind of combine all of that, as well as potentially some LinkedIn. Yeah. There's a lot of things that we can add. So as we're learning the software, give us some grace. But we're going to be back here. Definitely, we're going to be back here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if there's topics you want us to cover, we will absolutely do that. But today was just kind of a test run, and we're just talking about our passions. So thank you for joining us. Now, the other thing is I don't know how to end this live stream with the new software. So we may just sit with you all day long here. I think I found it. Okay. So welcome to our new edition of KM Health Coaching. We love this. We can actually bring on other guests. We weren't able to do that before. We can bring up to 6 guests on here. Ooh. So maybe sometime we will bring Coach Kathy on. Coach Kathy, she doesn't know that yet. That might make her too nervous. But yeah. So it's great to see you all, and we're gonna hop off of here. Gonna do some more troubleshooting. I think it might have worked. If it worked, would you please, and you're watching this on replay, would you please let us know? Let us know what looked really bad. Let us know how annoying this guy was in the background. See how wonderful he is when he's in the camera?
Wow. I just had, like, every time he chirped, my ears would go, eek.
I know. So either I'm going to have to put him in the back 40 or he's going to have to be a part of the show, apparently.
You just need to get him a really cute stand that he can go on in the background so that he's a part of your a moving background.
Yes.
And it's just right behind you so he can talk to you if he needs to.
Yeah. Do you need me? Do you? Yes. All right, guys, you are loved. Join us next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Unless we need to troubleshoot and unless we need to do another beta test, then we'll be right back. All right. Take care, everyone.